You just got Bus Simulator 21 on Epic for free, and you're probably asking one of these numerous questions that I get in my comments every day. I'm about to answer every single one of them right now, starting with, how do I buy a bus? So you start off here at your bus depot in Highlander Park, and San Antonio bus buying station is where you can buy a bus. It's the closest one. You also have another one over here in Coyote Bush, and then you have another depot over here in Greenwood, and then another bus depot over here in Millbrook, and a bus buying station over in Timber Ridge. Buying station over here in RS Park, bus depot in Valley Springs, another bus depot in Sunkiss, a bus buying station over here in Seaview, and then as mentioned, over here in Highlander Park is where you start, and then down here in San Antonio is where your closest bus buying station is. So let's head over to the bus buying station. You know this because it has a bus end key on it, just like that. Then we want to head over to this little blue thing right here, and then you want to click your action button. Mine is A on Xbox. As you see the test drive button there, we're just going to buy that, hit A, test drive, it'll open up, come on over here, jump on this cool little man bus right here, jump in, take over the bus, and then we want to drive out to the exit. Once we get to the exit, it's going to prompt us to then buy the bus. That is when we buy the bus, and boom, you have your first bus purchased, done, and ready to roll. Just like that. Now we have a bus. Another big question I get is, how do I level up the bus stations? So you want to click on the bus station, and as you can see, you just click the left right button and it levels up. You just back out of it, and that's it. It's leveled. Let's talk customization and advertisements. So you want to go into the little paintbrush icon on your map. They're located everywhere. Have a look. You'll find them. You want to switch off your bus. Go into the park. So we switch off. Park the bus. And then we get transported into the garage. Here you can paint. I'm just going to do something real quick. We'll just make it nice and red so we can see what it looks like. Nice bright red. But if you don't want to mess around with the paints, you have wraps. And it changes everything else for you. It looks pretty cool, and it does everything for you. And now we want to come over here to advertisements, and this is where you get a little bit extra money. Down here in the bottom right corner, you can see you get about $1,000 per trip. And then now we'll go in and click the interior, and then you can change your seats, which is pretty cool. You really can customize these. Most of these you have DLCs. A lot of DLCs are available. And then when you're happy with it, you want to hit X, and then it'll bring you here. Here, you can apply it to only this vehicle or apply it to every other vehicle like this. We're just going to leave it on this one. If you change your number plate, you can apply it to all the other ones. And just like that, you've now customized your own bus. They do look pretty cool, and I think it's great. You can get pretty in-depth. If you want to mess around with the decals, you can. I wasn't going to jump into that today. There's a lot. Now let's talk about multiplayer. You want to come into your main menu, head over to company settings, and over here you can create a multiplayer. You got public, hidden, and private, and then you make it online. Boom. You can change your company name so your friends can find you. You can invite them here if you have friends. Like me, I don't. And then over on the right side, you have all the other options that you can give to your people. So you can allow them to have anything, prohibit them, enable them, NPC car spawn rate, dynamic weather, all that fun stuff. You can add a password on your thing just in case you do want to keep it that private. Now this game is no fun unless you actually have something to drive. So let's create a route real quick. You want to hit X to create a route, or you associate a button that you can see here, and then we want to click around and we click on the bus stops. I do recommend doing the story mode because me going through this really quickly does not do it justice. It actually breaks it down for you in depth. I do recommend doing the story mode for all this. It'll run you through everything I've just done. A lot of people skip it and they can't jump straight into sandbox, and then they don't know what the hell's happening. So what we want to do is we want to hit X when we're done with it, and then it creates the route. Just like that, you have a route to drive. And now just a few extra features that I like to add. In the settings, you can change a lot of stuff for a good quality of life. Down here, we do have the onboard ticket sales. So if you don't want to mess around with them, you can turn that on to disabled. And then that way, people just walk onto the bus. But if you don't want to mess around with cash, you can change the cash option also to card. And then that way, they don't have to do anything. It's all, everyone just walks on, does everything. I disable it because I don't want to mess around with all the money because I hate it. it does my head in. Over in driving and steering, this is where I like to make my bus feel a lot heavier and more realistic, hence the setting realistic. All these settings are up for debate. You can change them and do whatever you like with them. I recommend taking a screenshot and then going off these and then figuring them out there. I like my bus to feel heavier when I'm on controller. It just makes it feel like I'm in control. I also use a wheel, so that'd be why. Events. These are all the events that happen in the bus. So like your passenger listening to music too loud, people standing in the doors. You can turn them on and off and lower everything else like that. Personal preferences. Prohibit bus traveling. Allow that so you can travel with the bus. Vehicle selection. You want to click all. So this allows people to use your stuff when they join your multiplayer. Speed bumps and penalties. You can turn them on and off. I prefer them on. Again, keeps it more realistic. And if you're on PC and it can handle it, I recommend turning it on Ultra. I turn on HDR. I may or may not turn it off. It does look a little weird. I have adjusted it here in the video for you. Some settings. I am sitting way too close for comfort, so I'm going to come out and then I'm going to change my cockpit view. 100 seems to be a good number. It does fit. It feels really nice. It looks okay. You can see the mirror up in the top left there, so you don't have to run the top left mirror. And that's it. That's all the settings that I recommend. Everything that you need to know about Bus Simulator to get you started. If you did enjoy this video and it helped you in any way, hit that like button. And if you do want to see more Bus Simulator content, hit that subscribe button. I now have the game. I had it on PlayStation. It's a long story. But I now have the game. And I'll be playing a lot more of it. It does seem to go well. The community's great. Enough of my rambling. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.